Welcome to today's video, where we will be discussing one of the most common financial dilemmas people face when it comes to cars: whether to lease or buy. For most people, a car is a necessity, but deciding whether to lease or buy one can be a difficult decision. There are many factors to consider, including your budget, your lifestyle, and your long-term financial goals. In this video, we will be comparing the advantages and disadvantages of leasing and buying a car, and we'll also provide you with some tips on how to make the best decision for your personal situation. Part 1. Leasing a car. Leasing a car is essentially renting it for a period of time, usually between 2 to 4 years. When you lease a car, you're paying for the right to use the vehicle, but you don't own it. Here are some of the advantages of leasing a car. Lower monthly payments. One of the most significant benefits of leasing a car is that your monthly payments will be lower than if you were to buy a car. This is because you're only paying for the depreciation of the car over the lease period, rather than the entire value of the car. Access to new cars. When you lease a car, you'll have the opportunity to drive a new car every few years. This means that you'll always have access to the latest features and technology, and you won't have to worry about maintenance costs as the car will likely be under warranty. No need to sell. When your lease period ends, you simply return the car to the dealership. This means that you won't have to worry about selling the car or negotiating a trade-in value. However, leasing a car also has some disadvantages. Here are some things to consider. Mileage restrictions. Most leases come with mileage restrictions, and if you exceed these limits, you'll have to pay extra fees. This can be a significant concern for people who drive long distances or have long commutes. No ownership. When you lease a car, you don't own it. This means that you won't be able to build equity in the car, and you won't have any trade-in value when your lease period ends. Additional fees. Leasing a car can come with additional fees such as acquisition fees, disposition fees, and excess wear and tear fees. These fees can add up quickly and make leasing less cost-effective in the long run. Part 2. Buying a car. Buying a car is the traditional way of owning a vehicle. When you buy a car, you'll make payments toward the total cost of the car until it's paid off. Here are some of the advantages of buying a car. Ownership. When you buy a car, you own it. This means that you can customize it, drive it as much as you want, and build equity in the car over time. No mileage restrictions. When you own a car, you can drive it as much as you want without worrying about mileage restrictions or extra fees. Trade-in value. When you're ready to buy a new car, you can trade in your old car for a discount on the new car's purchase price. This can be a significant advantage over leasing, where you won't have any trade-in value. However, buying a car also has some disadvantages. Here are some things to consider. Higher monthly payments. When you buy a car, your monthly payments will be higher than if you were to lease a car. This is because you're paying for the entire value of the car, rather than just the depreciation over the lease period. Maintenance costs. When you own a car, you're responsible for all maintenance and repair costs. This can add up quickly, especially if you have an older car or a car that requires frequent repairs. Depreciation. When you buy a car, it will depreciate over time. This means that its value will decrease, and you'll likely get less money for it if you decide to sell it in the future. Part 3. How to make the best decision for you. So, now that we've discussed the advantages and disadvantages of leasing and buying a car, how do you make the best decision for you? Here are some tips to consider. Consider your budget. Your budget will play a significant role in determining whether you should lease or buy a car. Leasing can be a good option if you're looking for lower monthly payments, but if you're looking to save money over the long term, buying may be the better option. Think about your lifestyle. Your lifestyle will also play a role in your decision. If you have a long commute or drive long distances frequently, leasing may not be a good option due to mileage restrictions. On the other hand, if you're someone who likes to drive a new car every few years, leasing may be the better choice. Consider your long-term goals. Your long-term financial goals should also be considered when making this decision. If you're looking to build equity in a car or have trade-in value when you're ready to buy a new car, buying may be the better option. On the other hand, if you're looking for lower monthly payments and the ability to drive a new car every few years, leasing may be the better choice. Research your options. Before making a decision, do your research. Look at different leasing and financing options. and compare the total costs of each option over the long term. In conclusion, the decision to lease or buy a car is a personal one that depends on your budget, lifestyle, and long-term financial goals. Leasing can be a good option if you're looking for lower monthly payments and the ability to drive a new car every few years. However, leasing comes with mileage restrictions and additional fees, and you won't build equity in the car. Buying a car can be a good option if you're looking to build equity in the car, have no mileage restrictions, and have trade-in value when you're ready to buy a new car. However, buying a car comes with higher monthly payments and the responsibility of all maintenance and repair costs. Ultimately, the decision to lease or buy a car should be based on what's best for your personal situation. Consider your budget, lifestyle, and long-term financial goals, and do your research before making a decision. By doing so, you'll be able to make the best decision for you and your family. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video.